In this video, I'm going to break down 7 powerful and proven marketing strategies that you can use to really stand out from the competition and skyrocket your sales online. I'm also going to be breaking these down in order of the time required or the money required. So depending what stage of business you're at, whether you're just bootstrapping your new startup or whether you're already established and you're just looking to scale up, you've got a bit more budget to spend, you're going to find something for you. I'm also going to be breaking these down with clear examples so you can really see exactly how you can implement this into your business. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first strategy we're going to talk about here is something that I like to call hyper-personalized outreach. And this is effectively reaching out to businesses, but using something like Loom to create a personal video. This can make such an astronomical difference to the results that you get. It is almost unbelievable. When I started the business, in fact, before I even started the agency, before I started Elevate, when I was freelancing initially, I didn't have any money at the time. I couldn't wait around for SEO to work, to kick in. So I had to just go out there and get some clients. And I was using these, cold email automation platforms because everyone's talking about scalability. You need to automate. So I was using these platforms, sending out these mass emails with a bit of personalization, like personalizing their name. But I was just getting such poor responses because at the end of the day, you have to think, like, we all get them, right? Cold emails, they're the most annoying things. And the issue is you end up burning bridges with people because you just piss them off. And the other thing that happens is, you end up becoming a commodity. You're just another one of those people in somebody's inbox. And what I was finding is that even when I was getting responses, it was usually from people who just happened to be looking for this service already. So they would, give me a chance, but then it was just so competitive because they were already speaking to 6 others. I was getting bartered down on price. I was seen as a commodity. It really just puts you off on the wrong foot. If you start a relationship by asking for something, asking for a call, telling them about how great you are, it's really putting you on the wrong foot. So what I started doing instead, and this is something that I refined and tweaked over the years to really kind of improve my responses, is using personal video, but actually giving value to somebody in these videos. So to give you an example, Loom is a completely free tool that you can use. I think on their free plan, you can send videos up to 5 minutes, which is more than enough. You don't want to go overboard with this, but you just send someone a video. And what I was doing, for example, is I was actually sending them a screen share, going through their website, giving them a compliment, making it personal, saying, hey guys, I love what you're doing. I've just noticed as well this huge opportunity on your website for you to start turning more of your visitors into customers. If you were to put a lead magnet on here, etc., etc. I'm actually going to link to a video in a blog in the description below this video that has an example of an outreach that I've done, so you can get an idea of how I'm approaching this. I would then say at the end, look, I've got a few more ideas that I really think could help to increase your sales. Would love to jump on a call with you next week if you're up for it, but either way, I really hope this has helped. So there's a couple of components to this, right? One, I've personalized it. I've mentioned, why I like their business, what I like about their website. So there's a personalized element. 2, I've given them value. I've actually given them something practical that they can use, which then establishes me as an expert, positions me as an authority. I've demonstrated my credibility. 3, I've left it with some curiosity. Hey, I've got a few more ideas I could think that could help to really skyrocket your sales. But 4, I've been very unattached. This is so important because, most cold emails, they come across as needy. Right, you email again and again saying, oh, let's book a call, let's jump on a call, sign up for this trial, sign up for that. They're so needy and it just turns people off. So when you can be unattached in that email, but you're actually giving somebody something of value, you're now drawing them towards you instead of pushing them away. So I would highly suggest you go onto Loom, get a free trial and start doing this because it can make an astronomical impact for you to start getting in your first clients into the business. Now, the next strategy that we're going to talk about here is what I like to call a lead generation blog. Now, when most people think about blogs, they think about, like a hobby. When I talk to businesses about blogs, they're so shocked because they think, oh, I thought that was just some weird hobby thing people did. HubSpot, so the CRM company HubSpot, generate over 13 million visitors a month to their blog using this strategy. But most importantly, they then turn those visitors, not all of them, but a high percentage of them, into leads to build their pipeline over time. And what they do here, so this blog is about content marketing on LinkedIn, right? So it's not about CRMs, it's not about HubSpot, it's about LinkedIn. You'll see they also have a relevant, what we call a content upgrade here. How to use LinkedIn for marketing and business networking. So I can download that. I will now go onto their email list. Now the beauty of this, reason why this is so clever, is because you have to think, if I've come onto this blog, I'm looking to learn about LinkedIn. I don't care about HubSpot, but what most businesses do is they have a great blog, and then at the end of it, it will say, sign up for our trial, buy this, book a consultation today. I don't want to book a consultation. I don't even know who you are. I'm just learning about LinkedIn. So what HubSpot are doing here, they're giving more value around LinkedIn. You then sign up, you go to their email list, and that's their opportunity to now build trust, demonstrate credibility, and build that relationship with you through an automated email sequence, right? And as it gets to the end of that email, they say, hey, now you know how to start generating leads from LinkedIn. Did you know that you can actually use HubSpot to nurture those leads and turn them into a sale? Get started with a free trial. So the big difference here, the big shift is from going from that kind of cold, here's LinkedIn and hey, get started with a free trial, to actually making it make sense to them, giving them a quick win, giving them value, building that trust, and then having a nice natural transition into the service that they offer. This is so key, and it can make such a fundamental difference, not only to your lead generation, because you're offering a more specific, relevant call to action, but also to your ability to turn those leads into sales, because you're demonstrating value up front, and then you're giving them a relevant call to action afterwards. So this is really, really key. We actually did this with our, we had a blog that started ranking for customer avatar guide, started ranking in position 1 for a few search terms. So we were getting like 1,000 visitors a month to that blog, but only 1 to 2 leads, 1 to 2 of those a week would actually turn into a lead, right? People booking a review, because that's not why they came onto the blog. So what we did is we created a customer avatar worksheet, and when we did that, we now generate 1 to 2 leads a day minimum from that blog. And the key I want you to think about here, not all of these leads are going to turn into customers straight away. Some of them might, okay? But some of them, this is really about building your pipeline. So this is a great thing to use in combination with that outreach method initially. That's what's going to get you the quick wins. This is a great way to start building the brand, driving traffic to your website, and building a pipeline so you have a consistent flow of leads coming into the business, because then you will have some people who download it, they inquire with you straight away. You'll have others who download it, they stay on your email list, you build that relationship through automated sequences, and they then end up coming to you 4 months later and saying, hey, I'm ready to get started, or hey, can we have a chat? Right, so this is really about building up a consistent pipeline of leads into your business. Now, when it comes to creating the blog itself, I'm going to link to a video up here somewhere where I go into detail in terms of how to structure a blog and how to write a blog to get maximum traffic to your website. But really what I want you to do when you're creating this content is just to think, what kind of things would our customers be searching for before they even know they need our services? And this is the key. So you see what HubSpot have done here, how to master content marketing on LinkedIn, right? Nothing to do with CRMs, but they understand a lot of the people that use HubSpot are marketers, they're marketing managers, maybe they're sales managers looking to utilize LinkedIn. So the reason they write this is because they're meeting them where they're at. So they're able to get their audience, their avatar, onto their website to give them value and to then show them how HubSpot can help them. And this is a really key element that most businesses miss out on when they're creating blog content, because they only ever write about their services. There's only going to be a very small percentage of that market that you're able to capture if you only ever write about that. And this is where, you know, you can actually create blogs on content that doesn't have much competition, because most of your competitors will be focusing on that 3% who are just looking for your specific product right now. If you can expand your horizons and think, well, for our avatar, our audience, what else would they be searching for? You've got a huge opportunity to start capturing more people at the top of the funnel. And that the other upside to this is this gives you then a chance to build that relationship, to build that trust, so that when people do come to buy, they don't even bother looking at the competition, because they've already made up their mind. You are the people that they want to deal with. The type of leads we get from blogs tend to convert so much higher than any other, because a lot of the time, again, people don't even go to competitors. They've made up their mind that they want to work with us. So please do not underestimate this strategy, and using this in combination with outreach to really amplify your result. It's not going to be a quick win. SEO does take time, but when you lay these foundations, you can set your business up for the long term in such a phenomenal way. Now, the next key kind of builds on this. We're kind of building onto the content upgrade thing here, but it's really about having a pillar lead magnet for your business. So this is one of the ones that we have. So we offer all of our potential customers a free website and marketing review, where we'll go through their website, record them a 10 to 15 minute video screen share, showing them practical ways that they can implement, that they can increase their traffic, leads and sales. There's a couple of reasons we did this. One of them was because, you know, a lot of the people that we were speaking to didn't really know what they wanted. So for us to offer all these services, some people just didn't know at that stage. But also it's factoring into account that a lot of people don't want to book a strategy session, because it's quite a high commitment step and people feel like they're going to be pitched. And the way, you know, the way the market is right now, the way consumers buy, is that we like to come equipped to a buying decision. We do our research first. So this is giving us the ability to tap into that market who are in the research phase, to give them everything they need, but then it positions us as the expert, right? So we send them that video, we then demonstrated our authority, we built trust because we've given them something for free, it's something of genuine value. We've shown that we're experts in our field. So again, when they come onto that call, they are ready and willing to buy, right? It's not a matter of convincing. They already know, oh my God, I want to work with these guys. Like, this was amazing. So this is the power behind offering a lead magnet. Not only are you going to generate more leads up front because you're speaking to a wider market, not just the people who are ready to buy right now, also the people in the research phase, but what you're also doing is you're increasing your chances of actually turning that lead into a long-term customer. Okay. Now the key with lead magnets is it doesn't have to be a manual thing. It can be, you know, it can be like a checklist, template. Worksheets work really well. Really the key with lead magnets now, you've probably seen like white papers and PDF guides, like 90-page PDFs. Nobody wants that. We're all busy. So really the key with lead magnets is the practicality. Can I pin it up on my desk? Can I use this straight away to get a quick result? And secondly, is it solving a very particular pain that I have right now? What is an immediate pain that you can help somebody solve? Whatever industry you're in, think about how this applies to your business. What's a worksheet you can offer, a template that someone can use straight away to get a quick win? The more practical you can make it, the more pain-based you can make it, the better that lead magnet is going to do to help you turn more of your website visitors into sales. And what you'll also find, again, when you combine this with the outreach, when you combine this with the traffic over time, people who, you know, maybe you're sending an outreach message to will end up coming onto your website, downloading your lead magnet. It's just helping to build that relationship over time. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is affiliates and also partners and list shares. This is incredibly underestimated. Affiliates can be very useful if you've already got an established business, if you've already got customer base. You know, companies like Mindvalley do this extremely well, where they allow their customers to basically become affiliates for a small commission and actually promote the brand for them. So if you've already got some customers who are fans of the brand, this can be a great strategy to use. But if you don't, if you're not in a position where you have those customers who can be affiliates for you at this stage, creating partnerships is a great place to start. To give you an example here, this is incredibly underestimated. There are Facebook groups for pretty much every audience you can imagine, you know, human resources, construction workers, whoever your market is, whoever your audience is. You can go onto the Facebook groups, just type search into Facebook, put in your audience, and you will find hundreds of them. This group, for example, I think this has got 30,000 members or so in it, right? Human resources professionals. We can then go in here and actually find, there is a section somewhere where you can find the admins of the group, right? And what you want to do is then join the group. You then message the admins and say, hey, I'd love to collaborate with you and bring some value to your audience, right? Like I'll be happy to run a webinar showing people how to do this, this, and this. Obviously, maybe don't go straight in with that, build that relationship first, maybe post some valuable insights into the group that genuinely help people. What I do not want you to do, because what I see a lot of people do, is join these groups and pitch their services. Do not do that, because you will get banned, okay? Join these groups, give value, show up as an expert, show up as an authority to help people, build a relationship with the admin, and then form a partnership and start running webinars, you know, in the group to help their audience, and then say, look, if anyone, maybe strike up a deal. If somebody buys, I'll give you a commission from these sales. There are so many opportunities to form these partnerships. It is unbelievable. So I would highly suggest that you look at some ways you can do this. Another thing you can do is what's called list shares. So if you know a business who offers like complimentary services to you that work alongside yours, same thing. Think about if you can offer them commission. So let's say you don't have an audience right now. There was a company, well, two companies, one called, I can't remember the name, but one of them was offering copywriting services. The other was offering graphic design services. Now the two go hand in hand, right? So this new graphic design company partnered with a copywriting service. They said, hey, we'll give you commission if we can email your list, or you email your list introducing them to us, and we'll pay you a commission. Now for the copywriting company, it was a no-brainer, because it's like, oh, it's a complimentary service. These guys seem to have a good product. You know, they tested it out, they looked at it, they're like, this looks really cool. And it's like, well, great, we can give value to our list because we're offering them a service that's relevant to them, and we can get a commission from it. So when you can find those complementary services or complementary businesses out there to yours, there are so many opportunities to build relationships with them, to leverage their list, to help you increasing sales into your business. Facebook groups is a great place to start, but also if you know any businesses in your industry who you may be able to partner with, don't hesitate to reach out and put a proposition together for them. Now the next thing is creating an irresistible offer. I'm going to link to another video below this one as well, where I go into this in more detail, but really this is just about making your offer a no-brainer for people. This is an example of Casper mattresses, who are, you know, one of the fastest growing mattress companies in the UK, I think. And look at this guarantee they offer, right? Try it for free. 30 days to adjust your mattress. We want to give you 100 nights to try it out. If you're not 100% in love after 30 nights, we'll pick it up, do all the packing, and give you a full refund. Like, how can you say no to that? You obviously have to pay for it, but like, it's a complete no-brainer, because if you don't love it, they're gonna do all the hard work and pick it up. And really, like, you'll see, even in, you know, some people would have just said, we'll give you a 30-night refund policy or a 100-night refund policy. They've really gone further and thought about, yeah, but people are going to think, oh, it's a lot of effort, I've got to write to them. They've made it sound so effortless. So when you're creating an irresistible offer, this is about thinking, how can you just remove all of that friction? Right? A lot of businesses have amazing guarantees, but they don't talk about them. This can make such a fundamental impact on your sales. Please do not underestimate this. If you're not able to offer a guarantee, think about some ways that you can make what you're doing truly irresistible. Again, like booking a strategy session, booking a call. It's not sexy. It's not irresistible. Everyone's doing it. What can you offer? Maybe bundle something for free in that consultation, something they can take away regardless if they work with you. That also takes off the pressure, because people then don't feel pressured like, oh, I'm going to have to do business with them. Right? So really think about some things that you can do here to make your offer irresistible. And after you've watched this video, be sure to check out my irresistible offer. I'm going to link to it at the end of the video as well. Now, the next thing is running virtual summits, paid summits. This can be an incredible way to build your reputation in your industry, to partner with other amazing brands and really just build up your authority in the space, but to also generate leads, right? This is a tool called Hey Summit that we use when we actually worked with a client a couple of years ago now to build out an online wellness festival. And that generated just over, I think, 5,000 leads in under 30 days, completely organically. Now, the key with summits is what you're going to do is you're going to bring together lots of experts in your field to show up and to give value. And really what you'll find here is that a lot of people want to do this because it's free exposure for them. If you reach out to someone and say, hey, I'm putting on a summit, about this, I'm bringing together all the experts, would you speak at it? A lot of people will say yes. So bring together a range of experts. The beauty of this is you then give them marketing materials to market the event to their lists, right? So you don't even, a lot of the time, have to do marketing because they're marketing for you. They're bringing in all of their lists. And then it's almost like this kind of audience sharing where everyone's benefiting because everyone's bringing in each other's audiences and they're getting discovered, their business is getting discovered. And you can set rules about, if they can pitch at the end of it, if they do, how long that pitch has to be, and, making sure that they're actually giving value in their presentations and things like that. But this can be a very, very powerful way. I'm going to link to another video that I did below this one that goes into this as well in more detail. Okay, so the next thing is what I call the blog boomerang strategy. And this is an incredibly powerful strategy and highly underutilized. Now, we're getting more into paid territory here. So if you do have a bit of budget to spend, this can be a very, very powerful strategy to use. And it's so underutilized by businesses. So what this is all about, instead of with most businesses, they go straight in with conversion ads, right? They're trying to get that conversion straight away. This comes down to the core principles we talked about earlier in terms of building that trust, building that credibility. So we would run a blog or series of different blogs to an audience on a platform like Facebook, for example. This can work on LinkedIn and other platforms as well, to drive traffic to that blog. So the objective here isn't conversions, it's to generate traffic and get traffic coming through to that blog page. The reason we do this is because, one, traffic objectives on any ad platform, you can get clicks for very cheap. We're talking 1 or 2p, like 1 or 2 pennies, like it's a couple of cents if you're in the US, probably less, I think. So this is a really great way to just drive lots of traffic to your website. What we're then going to do is we're going to retarget those people with a relevant offer based on the blog that they've been on. Okay, so you see here we've now got a video here that we're going to retarget those people with. So there's already some trust because they've already seen the brand before, they've consumed some information from us, so there's a bit of trust there's a bit of credibility. So we're not going in straight with an offer, we're giving them value up front and we're then retargeting. So this is really about amplifying all of these core principles that we're working on initially that have been proven to work and generate millions and millions of dollars and pounds in B2B sales for years now. But this is so overlooked because people are obsessed with tactics and hacks. This is really about how we focus on amplifying core principles that have been proven to work, right? So we're giving people value, building the relationship, getting in those cheap clicks up front. Then we're retargeting people with a specific offer for them. If they then come through to this page to book a review, but they don't book one, why haven't people booked it? Maybe they don't have enough trust, right? So we then retarget them with testimonials. Okay, so this is about whenever you're running any kind of retargeting campaign, the reason we call this boomerang is because it's bringing people back. But this is just about, what are the potential objections people might have at each stage, right? So they've checked out this blog. We know, if they've clicked on that, we know what they're into. We know what their concerns are. So for example, if you write a blog about a particular topic, you can then retarget them with very, very specific messaging. And if they've come to this page and still haven't converted, it's then about thinking, why didn't they? Do they not think it will work for them? Have they not seen enough testimonials yet? And that's where the next stage is to show them that. So this is a very, very powerful strategy, but one to use when you've got a bit more budget. It doesn't have to be massively expensive, this, because actually when you take this approach, you can do it for not too much. Talking maybe, you could start this from, you know, a couple £100 a month. Really is going to depend on your industry and what the average cost per clicks are, how competitive that audience is that you're targeting. But yeah, and the same thing can apply even aside from blogs. Even if you run this as a video, right, a video giving value, you then retarget people who have watched more than 50% of that video. So they've shown an interest in it. You then retarget them with an offer. You then retarget the people who have clicked the offer but haven't bought with the, you know, testimonial, social proof, etc. Now, the next strategy here is using search campaigns plus retargeting. So this is about a full funnel marketing approach. So I'll show you an example here, a company called Payfit, payroll software company. So what these guys do is they run search campaigns on Google. So they get people in, like coming from Google. So they're using that intent-based keyword targeting. And then if people don't sign up then to book a demo, which a lot of people won't because they're skeptical, right? They're maybe just looking to do their research. They then retarget people on Facebook. So you come to their website now, they're then seeing these ads on Facebook, right? And they're pain-based as well. If you look at the messaging here, spreadsheets and payroll, two words that shouldn't mix. What if you could reduce your time spent on payroll by 80%? So now they know that these people have been on their website and expressed an interest. This is just kind of planting and watering that seed that they have already planted, and then bringing those people back. Some will come back first time. Some will have to see a few of these messages before they think, do you know what? This actually sounds pretty good. Let me speak to these guys. Now this can be, again, depending on your industry, like something like payroll software, very, very high cost per click. So to run that traffic up front on Google in the first place, you're gonna have to put a big budget behind that, you know, several thousand a month, and then the retargeting budget on top of that. So this is now getting into, when we're talking about full funnel marketing strategy across multiple platforms and having that omni-channel presence, this is a much more expensive strategy, but it's the same principles that are applying here. Right, it's the same principles in terms of giving that value up front. You know, what a lot of the campaigns will do as well, they'll drive people. I think these guys actually send people through to a quiz in some of their campaigns, right? So they're helping people, they're giving value. So it's all about building out that full funnel, speaking to people at each stage of the funnel to ultimately, what this all comes down to is amplifying the customer journey. So I really hope that video has helped. I hope it's given you some insights. I know if you implement these strategies, this can absolutely take your business to the next level. I'm going to link to the full blog below this video so you can dive in some of these in more detail. There'll be an example of some outreach videos I did when we were talking about hyper-personalized outreach. And if you do want us to do a website and marketing review and give you some personalized strategies for your business, for your website, there will be a link to do that below in this video as well. So I really hope you like this one. Be sure to check out the next videos coming out after this one that expand on some of the strategies we've talked about here in more detail. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.